Meanwhile, as I indicated, the East Coast bracing for up to 14 inches of snow, but that could be the least of New York's worries. Walmart is launching an all-out offensive today as it battles union opposition to its stores. It is also boycotting a city council meeting set for tomorrow and a plan Walmart has to open a store in the Big Apple. If so, it would be the first of its kind in the Big Apple. Christine Quinn is the city council speaker. Madam Speaker, good to have you.
Thank you very much.
Obviously, you're not a fan of Walmart coming here, but they're not a fan of appearing at this hearing because I guess they've likened it to a kangaroo court. What do you say?
You know, we have invited them to this hearing. We would very much like to have the hearing be a balanced hearing where we hear pro and con. And, you know, I have to say, I think it's a little odd that they're so proud of themselves. They launched this website touting how great they are, and then they have the opportunity to give testimony to make their case. Not all of my colleagues have an opinion going into this hearing. Not all of the chairs of the hearing have an opinion. If their product, if they're so great, they're so confident in what they have to sell, so to speak, why don't they come before us and make their case? To me, it speaks volumes that they're not willing to show up in front of some opponents.
I think, man, their argument is to what ends? I mean, you don't put Target through this rigmarole, or BJ's or Costco, others that have set up shop in New York, and they feel they're targeted, I guess, because they're Walmart, and that you have a sort of a double standard, do you? You know,
that is kind of a story they're telling, and it's actually not true. It's not true in a number of different ways.
Wait a minute, Target, BJ's, and Costco are in New York. Walmart is not.
Costco in the past had policies we in the council didn't agree with. For example, they weren't willing to take food stamps. When they said they were going to open in East Harlem and they said they weren't going to take food stamps, we began scheduling a very similar type of a hearing and began looking at legislation which would not have allowed them to say no.
I think Walmart does take food stamps.
But let me just finish. Costco changed their policy.
Right. Now
they do take food stamps. So we have a history of doing things like this when we have concerns about different types of stores. But there is a difference. If you look at Target, if you look at Costco, none of them have the same stats as Walmart. None of them cause 3 jobs lost for every 2 jobs they create.
You don't know that, though. I mean, Ms. Quinn, I mean, the reality, let me just raise this. There are a lot of folks that just say you're looking out for these businesses. That's fine, but you're not looking out for consumers, many of whom would benefit from just having a Walmart in and competitive prices that they could take advantage of. And you know, and I'm not saying one store or big retailer is any better or worse than the other, but why not give New Yorkers that choice? Who are you to deny them that?
One of our jobs as the City Council is, in fact, to try to look out for consumers and try to make sure that small businesses remain an option for consumers in New York. We've seen everywhere that Walmart is opened.
Man, this is an expensive city. This is a pricey city, and whether it's small or large retailers here, you pay through the nose for the honor of living and working in this city. Now, if people want to break from that, who are you to deny it?
You know, we, as the City Council, I think have an obligation when big companies who've had problematic records in other parts of the country, remember, Walmart is the only company in the country that can say it has the most gender discrimination cases filed against it of any other company. We have an obligation to raise those issues and to try to engage in a dialogue with that company.
It's the largest retailer in terms of providing benefits for those workers. I'm not a Walmart apologist, man, but you're the one who's going to be judging Walmart, and you seem to have already assumed the role of judge, jury, and executioner.
Look, I have never hid that I have entered this process having an opinion about Walmart, but I am one member of the council. Not all of my colleagues have this opinion, and I've held other positions that, based with facts and data that refute what I thought, I've changed it. And if Walmart wanted to try to do that, they would appear at our hearing, and we may have to reschedule because of the snow, so they may have the opportunity to change their mind.
They might get. I'd love to get the both of you on the show. Speaker, very good having you. Be well.
Thank you. You too.
In the meantime, if only she had better security, would that have saved Gabby Giffords? The congressman who is so convinced